Hi everyone, this is Gian. I'm going to be recording my day. Every time I do something new, every time I get to a project, every time I go somewhere, I'm going to make a small recording and just to update everyone on how my day moves and how it goes. So I've been spending the whole morning since I woke up finding and looking at what projects do we have on the farm right now. Now projects meaning it's either something I'm doing with Earthhaven as the actual project is going on, or it is basic maintenance of the property and points it needs to be taken care of. So what I do is I walk around with a piece of paper and with a pen and I see what needs to be done. Now this can be things that's half done, that's not completed, it can be new things, it can be old things, and I just write all of it down. So during the course of the week, a week's time, I go through this list as much as possible until it is done. And then I do another walk where I check what else needs to be done. And I walk around, I see, and I write it down. So here is the list that we currently have, and I'm going to read it to you. So we have to fence off trees. There is 19 trees to be done, and that is, we need 57 rods. We put 3 rods around each tree, and then we take fencing, we cut the fence to a certain length, we fold it around the rods around the tree, and we tie it up, and the tree is secure. Netting by vegetable patch. This is closing off a netting by vegetable patch so the horses cannot access it, or the chickens, or any of the animals that's going to eat the vegetables once they start growing. And this is to finish the netting, putting in more rods, and putting bricks down to secure the netting. Then we have to change pressure regulators on the pumps to test if the pumps will function better. Then we have finished cutting the big field with the slasher. We have moved the tractor implements to the night camp under the old hay storage place. We are moving the implements that we use, the slashers, the rotavators, and all the things we can connect to a tractor. We're moving it to a new location as we want to open up the space there for parking and also just to have it more accessible where we actually use them. So then we have to clean and sharpen the blades of the slasher. The slasher is something you connect to a tractor and it cuts the grass, and yeah, that's what it does. Then we have to finish putting soil in the small pots in the tunnel. Then we have to connect and close and seal the netting cover that covers the tunnel. We have to seal the tunnel door. Find a way to put away the hosepipe securely, the hosepipe that we bought, 2 of them. And we have to find a way to secure that hosepipe because it's been laying and being pulled around by everyone who uses it, and no one puts it back in a proper way so it can last a long time. Then we have to find a way to put away, connect all piping running at the top of the tunnel. Make videos for new patrons of their trees. Put away all the tools and out of with the weather. That means we don't want our tools just lay around. I see people using it, people going out, taking the new pitchfork, taking the new tools, and then it just stands there. It's not being put away. So we have to find a more convenient way for people to remember, oh yeah, I must put it away and it should be close by and accessible. You just put it away so our tools can last a long time. Pick up horse poo and put it into the compost bins. So someone needs to go around with a wheelbarrow and they need to pick up horse poo and they need to put it into the compost bins so we can have more compost in the future. Find holes or broken slats on the river fence line and close off for horses. This means we have to go and walk the entire river line where we put up fencing, and we have to see where there is broken fences, broken slats. We have to put rope on, close it up and secure it because the horses can go in there, and that is a reserved area for wildlife, and the horses tend to destroy the trees, eat all the grass, push everything down, and they can also fall into the river, so it's also for their own security. Then we have to weed around all the water tanks, which there's 8 tanks of them. We don't want our tanks to overgrow and then things happen. Meaning sometimes you have weeds, you have trees growing around the tanks and they break the tanks. Trim trees that hang over traffic areas in the gardens. This is for people to walk comfortably around the garden, or if a car drive by, you don't want trees and branches growing over, hitting us in our faces and scratching people and scratching cars. Fix hanging wires above the chicken coop. Close nursery opening with netting and add on 2 doors either side. Alright, that's all the points for now, but there is obviously a lot more, and I did not even write down the ones that I saw is going to take a lot longer to do. This is just on a daily basis what we can get to and get done. Alright, let's get going. So I will see you around. Something I do, so this is something I do every now and then. If I walk here in this camp, I just make a turn, stop by quickly by the baby chickens here, just to see how they're doing. And they're curious as I am. Alright. Okay. I was hearing some commotion in the shed, and I found LJ, who's busy with the chicken incubator and putting on a new timer and thermometer.
Just thermostat.
Thermostat. So I just showed you baby chickens, and this is where they were bred in. Okay, so now I'm gonna go cut the grass quickly in the field back there, and that means starting up this big boy, getting moving. So it's gonna get really loud, and this should take me an hour or so. I don't know, maybe less, half an hour, to cut that patch of grass. So let's get loud. Trying to get the tractor started. Just give this a moment. Never does that. Unless the lights were. It's out of gear, it's out of gear. Back. And that's how you have an unexpected problem that happens. So now we're gonna have to take the battery out, and we're gonna have to charge it for an hour or two, and then put it back, and hopefully assume that the battery is the problem. So let's get to that. And now we wait. Now we need to move some 250 kg chicken seed. It's now 9:30 and I'm quickly having some fruit to eat. 2 bananas, a plum, and a hairy peach. Unfortunately, these fruits do not yet come from our farm, but our fruit forest is growing, and as we know, it takes many years for a fruit tree to mature. So, let's enjoy. This plum is extremely sour. The way it looks, it's not the way it tastes. Having some water to drink, and this is a Oasis rainwater container, 20 liters. We have to fill it up every single time it's empty, and this is our drinking water, and it comes from our rain tanks, which we have stored outside where the rain is collected from the rooftops. And this, I would say, is the best water that I've tasted everywhere that I've been, even when I've been to Europe. And it's the cleanest. You taste it actually a little bit of sweetness. And yeah, so I'm gonna go fill up the tank now, and remember to keep drinking your water every single day. So here we are filling up our water container, and here are the tanks which we fill with rainwater, and the filling begins. So that's carrying a container in and out of the house at least once a day, because there's about 5 people that drink from this container, and also we use this water to make some coffee every now and then. I'm in a tunnel. Look at what I just discovered in our pot. It's the reddest strawberry I've seen. Now, I've tasted these strawberries that we grow here, and this one is ready to be plucked. And our strawberries actually taste amazing. Oh man, oh. The water content and sweetness of this is amazing. 100% organic, nothing added, just the back to Eden method in there, which is the layering, soil, plant a strawberry, and let them grow. Okay, so now I'm going to trim this tree. As you can see, all the lower branches hanging around, like there. And if a car or a person has to drive through here, then they don't hit the branches like that. So we're just gonna trim all the branches and make sure it's out of our way. Alright, this tree has been trimmed, so it's clean underneath, and that tree has been trimmed, so it's clean underneath. And here's the damage that we've done, that pile of branches. And those are the tools I used, a clipper and a machete to get the branches off. Cool. Okay, we just found a snake in the kitchen. Let's go get it. Snake. Alright, so the snake is somewhere underneath this bench. Let's see. Put on some gloves. I don't see him. This is a night adder. That we just caught in the kitchen. Right. Let's take him away. Okay, so here we are in the bush with the snake, and this is the area that we're leaving for the animals, the wild animals. So this snake is gonna go back into the wild. There he goes. All life is equal. All life deserves to live. We just have to create the right environments and methods to support each other. Okay, I'm standing under a tree where there's thousands of bees. I don't know if you can hear them buzzing. They move extremely quick, and it's also windy. So that tree is currently full of flowers, and the bees are being supported. And that's what we also want to do with planting a lot of trees, is to support more and more animals, more bugs, the environment, and part of Earth Haven's mission and vision for the world. Okay. Here we are again. This has been an hour and a half, 2 hours now, 2 hours now since been charging. Let's see if it's ready. We got it starting. So it was the battery. As you can hear the engine. Let's get cutting. New trees all planted around here. Okay, so I'm done cutting the field. That's finally done. Now it is taking care of the tractor, some of the implements, the machines, and I have to store them all in that shit over there and basically take them away from the carport that's on that side. And so now it's some cleaning time. I am now making myself some lunch, which will be fried sausages, 4 poached eggs, which I'm gonna cut up and fry with the sausages, and that's what I'll be eating. Okay, so here's my lunch, eggs and sausage. These are farm eggs, and that's basically the only eggs I'm used to and will eat. Eggs I eat in the city or in towns are way different, or the ones that you buy, but I'm very happy that we can have organic eggs straight from the farm. They are way more nutritious, according to me. Thank you. We usually fill up our pool with rainwater, but it hasn't rained properly in a while. So we put a hose pipe onto the tap, lay out a hose pipe all the way. That's 60 meters of hose pipe, and then we let it come all the way to the pool. There it runs. In Afrikaans we call it a tuinslang, which is translated to a garden snake. So yeah, we're putting the garden snake because it looks like a snake that lays in your garden to fill some water. So it's the end of the day, well, the end of the day coming, and then it's horses time. So I'm just having a seat, just taking 15 minutes to breathe, let go of anything I've accumulated during the day, to really let it all go, any fears, any stress, any anxiety, any thoughts, just let it all go. Listening to the birds here. It's in a tree, and having this view. And then after all that, the next shift begins, which is the night shift.